What's good? What's good? What's good? NBA YouTube. It's your man, 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops, coming to you with another episode of NBA Talk. And today we have got to get into these Houston Rockets. Yo, they're 6-4 in their last 10, 2 games out of the play-in. This team has turned it around after losing, what was it, 13 games in a row. This team is looking different. Let's get into that in this video. Smash the like button if you like the video. Subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. There's this statement that they talk about addition by subtraction. Addition by subtraction. Sometimes things get better when you remove some things out the way. And I did a video on this before about the impact of Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green being removed from the starting lineup and bringing in veterans like Eric Gordon and now Garrison Matthews, who's not really a veteran, but 4-year college player, plays, I think, some overseas G League. He's seasoned. He's seasoned. But you surround guys who are seasoned, veteran, understand how to win, and you surround them around. I'm not going to call Christian Wood a star yet. I'm not necessarily going to say Eric Gordon's a star, even though he's always had star potential. Injuries always got in the way, and he's been paid to be a star when he was in New Orleans. So when he didn't want to be there, and he wanted to go to Phoenix. But it's to say that right now, this roster surrounding Christian Wood and Eric Gordon, they might be an official playoff team. Not just a good team, not just a playing team, but they may get into the playoffs. They may get into that first round, maybe even win a game. Head coach Steven Silas was brought in for one purpose, not to be a developmental coach, though he was known to be good at that in Dallas and trained under his father, Paul Silas, who was the head coach in Charlotte all those years. But he was brought in to win a championship with James Harden. James Harden didn't want to wait around, so last year he left. And Steven Silas got stuck with a young team. And it really sucked for him. Because when you have a young team, you're not going to win. You're just not going to win. They don't know how. Too many mistakes makes the game easy for veteran teams to come in and just play the right way and win. But now all of a sudden, with Kevin Porter Jr. hurt, Jalen Green hurt, he has an opportunity to at least play with guys who understand how to play, who can execute his schemes. And this team, flat out, looks like a playoff team. Christian Wood and Eric Gordon are walking mismatches. There's very few guys who can line up with them. And even then, we've seen Christian Wood and Eric Gordon get the better of those matchups, at least offensively. That doesn't matter whether it's Anthony Davis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid. Christian Wood has dropped 20 plus points on them, 10 plus rebounds. He gets up for those matchups, plays at a high level. Eric Gordon, it doesn't matter who you have on him. He understands how to score on you with limitless range, shooting from the logo, and a body built like a running back. He's able to either run through or run away from most mismatches or most matchups. You put a big defender on him, that's fine. Pass the ball off early, run off of 3-4 screens, lose you in there, catch the ball, whop, 3 ball. Or catch you trailing, curl it to the rim, right to the rack for a floater or a lay. You put a smaller guard on him, gives you a little inside out dribble, puts his shoulder into you, a la James Harden, gets you on his body, on his hip. Nice finish. It's hard to guard him. And because these guys have been in the league so long, they understand how to not force things, but let the game come to them. And with a head coach like Steven Silas, the offensive schemes are going to be executed to get them the best looks they can get each night. And what are we seeing as a result? These two are not just scoring in the 20s, but it's efficient. It's efficient. And this is the big difference between a volume score and a reliable score. The difference, when you really understand it, a volume scorer is somebody who can score a lot when you give them a lot of opportunities, a lot of shots, right? A Russell Westbrook, right? A guy who, if you say keep shooting as much as you want, will get you there eventually. But a reliable scorer can score when you need them to without taking away from opportunities from everyone else on the team. Efficient scorers. That's what Christian Wood and Eric Gordon are for the Houston Rockets. They're reliable each night. They take the pressure off everyone else. So who ends up eating as a result? Jae'Sean Tate, Garrison Matthews. In the last game against Detroit, even Josh Christopher was eating off the bench. You got Kenyon Martin Jr., KJ, Alperen Sengun. It's probably going to be second team all rookie, if not first team. You got DJ Augustine making a resurgence in his career. And yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I would love to see John Wall come back to this team. I would love to see John Wall come back with this team, playing with Eric Gordon, Christian Wood, running pick and rolls, penetrating with kickouts, dropping 18 and 10, playing good defense. If he's in shape and ready to go, I think they need to play him. It'll be the best way to be able to shop him. But let's not get it twisted at all. This team is a playoff team. Right now, they're already a playing team. As they get healthier throughout the season, they're going to be a playoff team, from my perspective. And so when I look at Christian Wood and Eric Gordon, if they make the playoffs as the number one and number two option, I got to start thinking of them totally different in terms of the outlook of their career. If they, let's say they get to the number seven seed, right? I think it's they're like 12 games back is like the play-in 10th seed. That's where Sacramento, Portland is all lined up at, right? And I think Houston right now is 14 games back. But if they can get to that 10 and get somewhere near that 8-7 range, which I think they can, especially if they're healthy, because they've been beating everybody when they're healthy. I might have to start looking at Christian Wood as an all-star. Because really, who's having that better of a season? Is Anthony Davis really having that better of a season? Right. Jaren Jackson Jr., DeAndre Ayton. What center, what big man is really having that much better of a season? Karl Anthony Towns, maybe, but they're the number what 11 seed, barely ahead of Houston. So they're right there. Draymond Green is probably an all star, but I can't see too many other big men, especially centers, who are going to get that spot ahead of Christian Wood, and that would be something crazy. That would be crazy to see. Christian Wood become an all star. Steven Silas get this Houston Rockets team into the playoffs. And all the while, we see James Harden struggling in Brooklyn. I know they're the number one seed out there. Kevin Durant's carrying them. James Harden's been terrible. But had he stayed in Houston, he had a winning team around him. He had a winning coach around him already. He could have stayed in a comfortable position, the place that believed in him, handed him the keys to the city. He could have stayed and kept winning. But this video ain't about him. It's about this team. And right now, kudos, kudos for the Houston Rockets. Having resolve, perseverance, staying ready, and when the opportunity came, capitalized. This is a playoff team. I can't wait to see them down the stretch. Yo, if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.